Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is a video I didn't expect to make. I was on my phone and I came across, I guess, a clip of an alternate ending for Samurai Jack. Now, I think I've already said this in the review. I think there's no other way it could have ended with the way that they did everything. And I kind of saw it all coming, I guess, at the end. It's kind of the saw it all coming cliche type of thing. But it didn't bother me because it was still enjoyable to watch. Okay, so here's basically, I'll basically tell you what the alternate ending is. So basically, if you don't already know, Ashi is, and this is spoilers now, Ashi is dead. She is not alive anymore. She faded out of existence because her father died. And her father, in case you don't know, is Aku. Now, Aku is the father of Ashi, and what happens when you kind of go back to the past and kill off one of someone's relative, then that person no longer exists. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, she died. It makes sense because of so-and-so, because he died. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it makes sense. You know, that's time travel. So basically the alternate ending is she lives because these, like, I guess these gods who blessed the sacred sword or whatever, apparently bring her back without her powers. So when you think about it, I mean, and it is kind of sweet, you know, he gives her a hug and says, you know, we're home, this is home, and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's the thing that's going in the back of your head, it's like, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't really, I mean, you could make it work, but at the same time, I think they kind of looked at it and thought, well, I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, we've pretty much done majority of a good amount of realism in this story with some suspense of disbelief a little bit, but I think that would have threw it way off. I think the idea that they were going with was, you know, you can't win. Like, you don't, like, the hero doesn't always win everything in the end. Sometimes he has to make sacrifices, and there will be casualties, you know, there will be casualties in those mistakes, and in those decisions. And I think one of the things what happened was, that I think did kind of bother me at the end of the original, was, even if they did it the alternate ending, it still would have not made sense. So when Jack kills her father, he doesn't think about the idea that maybe Ashi might die, which is one thing that I would have thought immediately, and that's what I pretty much assumed was going to happen. Now, I kind of wish they didn't go, like I kind of wish that they would kill her off immediately, because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so here's what I would have done. Okay, so for people who thought the ending would be better if she lived, well, how about this? What if when Jack kills Aku, Ashi starts dying. She starts dying in his arms, and he, you know, he has to go because the place is blowing up, but she's dying. So you could have that, like, sweet, tender goodbye moment, and then when he leaves, the place blows up like it did in the original. And then when he gets home, you know, everyone's okay, but he's an emotional wreck. He's sad, he's upset, he lost someone he loved, you know. And then he goes on that, like, little horse ride to this dark, misty place and sits under that tree. And then that's when I would have put the alternate scene in, where, you know, she's alive, and then, you know, then the moment of, you know, they're hugging and they're happy and this is home, stuff like that. That would have been better. I think if they did it the way they did it, where she died at the at the wedding, that would have ruined it. See, I think it works better when... Okay, so here's what I'm trying to say. They could have did the alternate scene, but they would have to do it differently. They have to do the death scene in Aku's area. They would have to completely get rid of the wedding scene, and then they would have the alternate scene. That's how they would have been able to do it. Now, I don't know how people look at alternate endings, if it's the real ending or if it's an ending that they would have preferred, or how they look at it, but I think the ending we got in Samurai Jack Season 5 was the legit ending. I think it's better the way they did it, with the fact that he lost someone he loved, and that a hero doesn't always win in the end. He does lose a little bit at the end. That's true. That happens. So I think it was the idea of making it feel real, not making it feel like, oh, you won, so you're rewarded for your good deeds. No, that's not how that works. I mean, yes, people can reward you for what you do, but at the same time, it's like, it's one of those things where you can't cheat death, and that's the thing. That's where the alternate ending makes the mistake. It cheats death. It says that these people have the ability to bring her back to life without her evil powers. So it's one of those things where it just didn't work as an ending. I mean, it could have, but at the same time, I like both endings. Don't get me wrong. I like both endings. But I think ultimately the one I like better is the one we got. And I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people say, no, this is not good. This isn't cool. This is not what I wanted. Blah, 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 blah. But this, I think, but that's true. You're not going to be, of course you're not happy. The hero didn't win everything he wanted at the end. That happens. You know, that's for everyone. And I don't know, that's just how I would have done the alternate scene, as far as like kill Aku and then have Ashi immediately start fading away. Don't do the wedding scene should have been skipped, and then you could have did the alternate scene. You know what I mean? That's how it would have worked. But let me know what you guys think. You guys think there could have been a different way they would have done the alternate scene? How they would have made it fit in there? Maybe he goes and talks to spirits of samurai, or I don't freaking know. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, how far can we stretch to the point where there's no realism anymore? So there's that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really wanted to do a Samurai Jack video today, but you know, series is over, and I mean, I don't want to tell you what it is yet that I ordered, but I ordered something. It's really cool. It's on its way. I want to show it off soon, whenever I get it. And then that will be part of this playlist that I made for Samurai Jack Season 5. So, until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.